So, like we mentioned earlier, our brother Nuri Mohammed, he told us that no emotional solutions to intellectual problems. It will never work. You're just looking for total collapse. African political problems and forced religion, when we look at it. These problems and challenges are meant to be critically, intellectually, and logically analyzed to get to the root of the problem. So that's why when you hear somebody screaming self-determination, all hell Biafra, this, you cannot join them on emotion. You can say, my brother, what is it that you're doing? Please, can you show me a map? I mean, can you show me the template? Can you show me what we're doing? Can we put it in writing? What are the steps for us to get where we're going? But for years, all we do is to, like we keep telling you guys, having like a motor park discussion. When our lives are in danger, we are having a motor park and beer parlor discussion, rather than looking at something that is intellectually and logically analyzed. The problem has to make sense to the person trying to solve it in the first place, meaning that we must have a proper analysis and accurate diagnosis of the ailment. So I cannot be needing chemotherapy and you will come out and bring Tylenol and then turn around and be making an announcement. Oh, yes, she was sick and I brought Tylenol. How are you being helpful if not stupid? You could have maybe perhaps saved that money towards chemotherapy. When another person bring more money, at some point we'll have enough money for the chemotherapy. Instead of you to run off and go and buy Tylenol or aspirin and come to be making an announcement that you have brought some help. There must be proper and accurate diagnosis of problem in order for us to come up with long-lasting solution, something that will be successful for the ailment that we are concerned about. And it's across the board. Firstly, religion has played a major role in keeping us colonized and subjugated spiritually and politically. Like my sister mentioned earlier, that's why whenever your brother will go and do a 25 years of work and present it to you, hey, Onya Manatang here with me, Nata Kilo. Like, how can he be this smart? Then when the person that wants to come and steal from you shows up, the person that kept you in abject poverty, the person that tells you need visa over and over to come and visit your children that is paying tax, when they tell you even half of the truth, you'll be jumping up and be thanking God. These people went further to make sure that the religion that we believe in doesn't have anything to do about us. Nothing. It just made us feel inferior. None of the things that they're doing is about us. We reminded you guys long ago that every time they give us something, there's something there, 90% for them. For you, it's about 5%. If you begin to look at things that way, you would have come up with better. Anything that they give to you, whether if it's visa or a job or a good neighborhood or I don't know, whatever they give you, go look deep. It wasn't about you all along. It was all about them. It's just that the only reason why they looked you in is that you have to pay for their vision. You're paying for it. So that 5% concern for you is for you to fund whatever that caused them to put that in place in the first place. So because we are religiously suppressed, because what we're doing is not religion, we are suppressed. We don't even know our God anymore. We are bothering our God. As a result, we cannot even say no to the suppression and unfair treatment from these people. As of 2024, people are still saying, oh, somebody does things like a white person. Wow, Beke isn't good. Beke, wow, but Beke is doing what? In 2025, after they have stolen your resources. That's how bad it is.
That's ignorance. You know,
Is that bad?
When you're mentally enslaved, you can say anything.
When you're mentally enslaved, you can say anything.
And remember, this is not just the white supremacist Church of Rome and Pentecostalism that we're talking about.
All of them.
The Arab supremacist religion, the Arabized Islam. Because you ask yourself, why would someone paint his culture as religion for you to practice. Meanwhile, you're not from his culture. You're not Arab. Why is your Islam Arabized? Because they want to colonize you. They want to, it's from your mind, colonize you in your mind. It's the same way the white supremacists polished Christianity, Bible that is not from their land. They stole it because they steal everything, made it, whitewashed it, brought it and used it to impose on you. Why? Because everything anybody does has a reason. Why? Because they want to put that mental slavery in your head. False religion, like my sister has said, has played a major role in keeping Africa and Africans colonized, subjugated spiritually and politically. That is why we're here. It's a major issue. Please continue to help us share and like and subscribe. Sorry, please continue.
No, go ahead. Let me fix something here.
Okay. So you see, we must understand the concept we are bringing. We're talking about African political problems and false religion. How is it connected? These African problems that we continue to have politically, why is it that it's looking as if it's a disease that cannot be treated? What is going on forever? It's continuing as if it cannot be solved because somebody is benefiting from it. It's go dance. It's deception dance. So when you think, like my sister said, you think you're worshiping God, you think you're spiritual. Oh, I can pray, I can do night vigil, I can do this, I can go to Mecca 20 times, they take all your money, sponsor you to Mecca, so that you go and throw stone to something that is not, they make you to be illogical in the way you reason.
And when you get there, it doesn't represent anything about you.
No.
Nothing. It doesn't look like you. It doesn't act like you. It doesn't work like you. There is no relationship except slavery, mental slavery.
So they have a plan. So as a result of all this tying your mind, your psyche, because you as a human being, your success and failure start from your mind. Anybody that colonizes your mind, subjugates your mind, can colonize you forever. So whether you look at Christianity or Islam, is the same thing. We are not saying that God is false. No, we're saying that human beings like you use religion, turned it around, wrapped it like Oba and Oporoko, use it to mess up your mind, mess up your psyche, so that you will not know what is happening to you, so that you will not know when you were enslaved. You say, my brother in Islam, my brother in Christianity. Meanwhile, it's not your brother, it's not your sister, anything. It's your colonizer. The only thing they have for you is enslavement, not freedom. So as a result, you are unable to rise against their suppression and unfair treatment that are meting out to you, because they are doing it in the name of the Lord. So you think that's the will of God for your life. You see, your mind has been messed up. We tell our people that a picture of a very weak and docile Jesus Christ, marketed to Africans by the Church of Rome, the white supremacist, the colonialist, is ungodly and is against the black world, her citizens, and the movement to completely decolonize Africa. If you continue to keep the picture of white Jesus, white Mary in your home and in your community, you will never rise against colonialism, because you have a false idea of who your God is. You are idol worshiping. You cannot rise against somebody that is your God, somebody that you see as your God, an image that is in front of you as your God. You will never rise against that person. You will never support the movement to completely decolonize Africa because you think it's demonic. We know, because we are discussing with some of you. We hear the feedback that you give us. Hey, well, your mind can't even conceptualize it.
No.
It can't even enter your mind. Some people run out of platform when they hear it. Their brain cannot take it. They're like, oh my goodness, you have said abomination, you have said arrow. Their brain cannot even take it. They get into, whoa, they're emotional and everything, and start reacting like, oh my God, leave my idol alone. We are telling you, that's an African. if you're still holding on to white Jesus as your God, as your Messiah, you will never join in sincerity the colonization of Africa.
Nope.
Because who colonized Africa? The white man and the Arab. Two of them, they're partners. Remember, Arab started selling Africans 1,000 years before the white man started. For those of you that are moving from Christianity to Islam, say, yeah, it's the white people that colonize us. Let us become Muslims. It's the same thing. It's simply the Arab colonized you. Arabs are the ones that taught the white man how to colonize Africans and how to sell them. So they were selling Africans among themselves. So while one was using Islam, the other one was using Christianity. These things they stole. These are ungodly people. They are descendants of Ishmael, descendants of Esau. They are ungodly. And God says, I hate Esau. So there's nothing godly about them. But they chose to sell among themselves. The only one that valued God so much. But you know what? If you value God so much and you refuse to logically make your brain to be a logical brain, critically thinking, they will sell you and they will use you, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You will be like Osinachi singing, Ekweme, Ekweme, until they buy you. And Ekweme did not come. And Ekweme will not come. And Ekweme will continue to be Ekweme. It's just that you're not part of it because you chose to be gullible. You're all emotional. You're trying to solve an intelligent problem, an intellectual problem with an emotional process. It does not work that way. And God will not break the code because you sang so beautifully. He does not do that. So this has made the church a direct agent for spreading the narrative that the colonialists who brought Christianity are superior, and their views and their way of life are superior to ours. What would that do? This made Africans to be totally subservient to the white colonialists. The church finished the remaining work.
And they used our brother, took them to the road, made them fathers and priests, and sent them along the way to continue the subjugation.
Yes. And they'll sprinkle holy water on you. Sprinkle holy water. And you never. Oh, my child, go. It is well with you. It's a lie. You lied. These are liars, and they know it. And we are telling, especially those living on Alibo and Andibo, be careful. Our ancestors have risen. If you start telling one lie that it's not true, they will take you. There's a union of master and slave. You want to sing that is one love. What is the love between the master and the slave? What type of love of
dollar and pounds, girl?
Union of death. What is love inside it? A union that is eyeing your people. There's love in it. You see love inside it. Wow. I wonder what you're seeing.
Dollars and pounds.
Okay.
Into my account.
A pound. So that's why I call it ego bala, blood money. Blood money is not only when you take a virgin and bury the virgin alive. Blood money is if when you see something that is destroying people and killing them, you say, no, it's not killing them, it's one love. They're loving them. You lie. So if you are in church, still marketing white Jesus to our people, we say you're lying. Be careful, be careful. Go, be careful. Now express you, they go. If anything happened to you, no say na we must rise against colonialism. A false religion that has made Africans and Nigerians to believe that their fundamental and political problems are spiritual. That's why we're here. That's why for over 25 years that we have solution on the table, my people are doing night vigil. Iba abububa, abubeke, getting ebuni, whoa. We go everywhere shouting, yeah, we'll do this. Rather than be logical in your reasoning to understand what the problem is. Because if you don't understand the problem, you will not understand the solution. You'll be wasting our time. And we'll be there dealing with a problem that we can solve like this. For 25 years, we'll still be dealing with it. 50 years, we are still on it. 100 years, we are still talking about it. And they will call foolish people to be on TV talking nonsense. I don't like watching Nigerian interviews, whether in channels, whether I Rise, whether, because they talk nonsense. I don't listen to them. They talk like fools. I don't listen. I'd rather go and listen to people that are doing a podcast and me where they're talking sense. Why would I be wasting my time watching channels, AIT, or all this Nigerian fake media?
It's part of the brainwash campaign from the
government. Because it's obvious. Even the person that is talking is not convinced of what he's saying. That's what I saw Abiola's son. Somebody that they buy your father because of this system. You have audacity to support the murderers of your father. What a son!
What are you talking about? He got paid.
You got paid to sell your father in his death?
Yes, they will sell you, self. If they see you, they will sell you and sell your unborn children. You're talking
what
about
a child. What a child. That's why some people don't have children. They start crying, they don't have children. Rather than this type of child, we not just go to not have any. A child that will urinate on the grave of his father, lie to the memory of his father because you want money. This type of false religion makes Africans and Nigerians very emotional rather than logical and reasonable. We told you at the beginning of this show, my sister broke down what logic means, how you have to discuss. That's how you know that, okay, because it has to make sense to you. It has to make sense to you. The problem, you have to sit down. We call it root cause analysis. It's not emotional throwing tantrum and all that. Oh, I'm angry, I'm offended. If you're angry and you don't do the right thing, you will just remain a hungry, angry person. There's no solution. That's why people have been protesting for years. There's no solution. The same thing. If you protest for end SARS today, tomorrow you protest for end what is all this, end hunger.
No, tomorrow, the leader will get promoted. He will get his cut.
Yes, and he'll marry a wife.
Or he open up a church, and then another leader will come and get his own. And people will be killing each other to get to that level, so because they know the next protest, they will come for them and give them some cash.
Exactly. So once people gather themselves to do self-determination of freedom, one stupid slave, one criminal, Ojono Egbuoji, will jump in front and become the Messiah or Hamadike. Steal the people's movement for his own personal gain. So watch out for them. Once you see you're gathering for protest of the one that we want to carry it on his head, check people like Oshimole, when he was Labour Party leader, he would talk, but he was political talk. They're only saying that so that they will be noticed and be voted for in the same corrupt system, and they will continue the corruption and they will continue the wrath, and the people will be perishing. Nothing will move forward. We tell you people, what you see in Nigeria that is looking as if it's impossible to handle, it's not impossible to handle. The solution is on the table. It's just that criminals are just moving up and down, playing you ping pong games. African political problems and false religion. We're saying, in summary, that the political problem you see in Africa and Nigeria that looks as if it's possible is because there's a false religion that has been sold to the people that make their brain to be colonized, and they are unable to logically process their problem so that they can understand the logical solution to their logical problem, their intellectual problem. Rather, they make them to be all emotional and then shout, pray, do all this drama, something just to deceive people and lead them into slavery where they are.